sounds
Subscribe
fun.
and-
Comrades, I
subscribe and
accuse
buttons
you
to Base
of
Bars.
maliciously sabotaging and not just flying around like a clown astronaut.
Or introduce a rule that a traitor must say a cryptic phrase before striking. For example, "This is for science," before you cut off the light.
It would be possible to organize a space carnival, where each player is obliged to sing his accusations in a musical. I can imagine what it would look like.
Well, guys, let's seriously discuss tactics among us. What strategies do you prefer?
I always try to maintain team spirit. If I am not a traitor, then I help to complete tasks, and if I am a traitor, then I try to find allies.
I prefer to take central positions and closely monitor the actions of others. Sometimes it helps to identify suspicious behavior.
I am for active discussions. The more information, the easier it is to unravel who the traitor is. And of course, I try to be attentive to details.
I wonder how anyone reacts to crisis situations. For example, when the alarm button is pressed, and we have no clear suspects.
I prefer to stay calm and analyze the situation. Sometimes in the chaos, you can notice the key points.
I don't lose my head either. I'm trying to draw attention to those who are too actively trying to confuse others.
In such situations, I try to focus on specific people and ask them questions. Sometimes the truth pops up in the answers.
And how do you feel about fake tasks? They can be a great way to disguise your actions.
Use them moderately. If it becomes too noticeable that I am just wandering and not doing the task, then this raises suspicions.
I'm also for moderate use. Fake tasks can be useful, but if you run all the time, it will only make you suspicious.
Sometimes it's better to hide in a crowd. If everyone is busy with their own affairs, there is less chance that someone will notice your machinations.
And if you are a traitor, how do you try to divert suspicion from yourself?
I usually try to whitewash myself by helping others. Sometimes I even overplay my role to seem honest.
I prefer to throw suspicion on others. For example, I put forward theories that one of the other crew members is a traitor.
I prefer to avoid overly aggressive actions. It is important to act in
Members is a traitor.
I prefer to avoid overly aggressive actions. It is important to act in such a way as to arouse trust, not suspicion.
Hey guys, yesterday I saw Kane trying to complete a task, but for some reason I started turning the handle of the coffee maker. Did you happen to think that this coffee maker was part of the crew?
Yeah, and I also saw you standing at the vent and it seemed like you were being pulled inside. A new tactic to get away from suspicion?
Do you remember how Pagatha tried to hold a space dance battle? Probably she thought that this way she could distract traitors by dancing.
And I see how you all confuse the rooms. Like, for example, Pomni, who always goes to the armory when he should have gone to the hospital.
Well, the armory also has its own tasks. All these guns and missiles are here for a reason.
Has anyone seen Jax on the camera? He was dancing there to CCTV as if on holiday.
Hey, I was just trying to cheer you up and you catch me on the cameras right away.
And also, why does Jax always go to the shower first? Maybe he's trying to wash away his suspicions.
Come on, I'm just trying to maintain space hygiene in the crew.
Hey guys, how do you win among us if you're Jax? Maybe try to spam everyone with your admiration for cosmic landscapes?
Don't be ridiculous, Pomni. You would know how important it is to appreciate the beauty of the cosmos. This is just art.
Okay, stop it, kids. It is better to carefully monitor the cameras so as not to miss the imposter.
And here's another corpse. What are we going to do?
There are as many as 2 corpses. I suggest we take a chance. Earlier in the chat, they wrote that the green imposter, but there are 2 greens here. I play for the dark green, and there is also a light green. I suggest that I should lie that I saw him kill on the cameras.
Yes, well done. It's better to let him be thrown out first, but there is a big chance that he is an imposter.
Let's hope that's the case. Oh no! Yellow is trying to slander us. I hope the other players won't believe him.
Great! Jax, you came up with a great idea with cameras. The main thing is that we are lucky.
Yes, it was a stroke of genius. Who is the best in Among Ace now? Of course I am.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And write in the comments if you want the next series in Among Ace.
Thanks for watching. Good luck to everyone, and bye.
Hello everyone, dear friends. Today we will play Among Us again. In the comments you asked to play a match where there will be 2 imposters. We also found this idea quite interesting, so let's get started.
Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and write a comment.
Ragatha and Kane will be playing today. Therefore, we wish them good luck and let them become imposters.
I'm even a little worried. I'm starting first. Even if I'm a crewmate, I still won't be upset. In any case, it will be interesting to show everyone my detective skills.
Well, the game has started.
Oh no, I'm out of luck. I really wanted to be an imposter in my heart. This is the most fun. Well, we'll have to play as it is.
Don't worry, the main thing is to find imposters. It would be cool to burn a traitor right at the crime scene.
Run faster to complete tasks. There are not many of them in this match, only 3.
Well, guys, do you remember that time when Ragatha squeezed out the best acting skills? I couldn't believe how convincingly she could play the traitor.
Oh, yes, it was something. I even thought that we had all lost when she began to convince us of her innocence. I could hardly resist not agreeing with her.
As usual, I can't turn it on. It's so inconvenient when a whole crowd pushes the switches and finally gives the imposter time to kill someone.
Well, there. That's what you were just saying. The first body was found.
Do you have any thoughts?
I have no idea who could have done it. We didn't really see anyone. Therefore, I propose either to skip the vote or to choose the one for whom the majority will vote.
I totally agree. It's better not to get too far away from the majority if you don't know who is really guilty. Otherwise, we will be under suspicion. They may think that we are covering for someone and trying to divert suspicion from him.
So far, nothing is clear. We will wait.
Do you remember how we all had a dance party in the armory? This treacherous dancer looked at us as we circled around and then suddenly attacked, as if he was a real dancer among us.
Oh yeah, that was cool. And how did we figure it out in the end? He continued to dance even when we voted for him.
And as soon as he flew into space after the vote, we all raised our hands up and spun for the last time. Such a triumph.
So, everyone voted. Do you think White will fly out?
I think so. He even wrote in the chat, how? This means
Is
that
Johnny Razor evil? Okay, so basically, if you missed my stream on Saturday, I found a lot of evidence about Johnny Razor being the boss. A hacker/troll that's taken over a bunch of YouTube channels in the past and now just stealing content for nothing other than trying to brainwash an audience. But can it actually be Johnny? Well, I have no idea. Johnny and I have been friends for a while now, and I just gotta tell you, I don't see it in it. But also, what do I know? Apparently, C.com is helping out the boss, who was my Pikmin brother, and Preston is friends with Clone Riggs. So maybe Johnny is the boss.
Dano?
I know. Apparently, C.com is helping out the boss. Us, who was my Pikmin brother.
For your free no obligation quote. So call now.
Preston is friends with Clone Riggs. So maybe Johnny is the boss.
Dano?
What?
Pasta Man said his name is Preston now.
No. Failure's name is Preston.
Nah, I'm just telling you what he said.
I'm not calling him that, but to be fair, I am sick of calling him Clone Riggy, so from now on, I'll just call him CR. Wait, is he wearing Johnny's merch? Okay, I give up. All of these people who I thought were my friends are turning out to... Wait, did you hear that?
Hear what?
I thought Never mind. Anyway, Johnny is apparently streaming today to investigate who the boss is. You can bet I'll be there watching every second of it.
Yeah, we'll see if Waffle Man really is innocent or not.
Honestly, I want to trust him, but I'm just left wondering. John and I have been friends for a while now, and I just gotta tell you, I don't see it in it. But also, what do I know? Apparently, C.com is helping out the boss, who was my Pikmin brother, and Preston is friends with Clone Riggs, so maybe Johnny is the boss.
Dano?
What?
Pasta Man said his name is Preston now.
No. Failure's name is Preston.
Nah, I'm just telling you what he said.
I'm not calling him that, but to be fair, I am sick of calling him Clone Riggy, so from now on, I'll just call him CR. Wait, is he wearing Johnny's merch? Okay, I give up. All of these people who I thought were my friends are turning out to... Wait, did you hear that?
Hear what?
I thought Never mind. Anyway, Johnny is apparently my new acorn.
Her name is Sparkles. Well, now her name is Freddy. There's a reason this party isn't at Chuck E. Cheese.
Freedom of religion, the freedom of expression.
Please join us
Is it delicious?
This was so easy to film with the Insta360 X3 camera. Just film yourself eating, reframe the footage in the Insta360 app, and watch how funny things can get.
My new acorn. Is Johnny Razor evil? Okay, so basically, if you missed my stream on Saturday, I found a lot of evidence about Johnny Razor being the boss. A hacker/troll that's taken over a bunch of YouTube channels in the past and is now just stealing content for nothing other than trying to brainwash an audience. But can it actually be Johnny? Well, I have no idea. Johnny and I have been friends for a while now, and I just gotta tell you, I don't see it. But also, what do I know? Apparently, C.com is helping out the boss, who is my Pikmin brother, and Preston is friends with Clone Rick, so maybe Johnny is the boss.
Dano?
Right.
Pastaman said his name is Preston.
It remains to calculate the
Pastaman said his name is Preston.
Maybe Johnny is the boss.
Dano? Pastaman said his name...
C.com is helping out the boss, who is my Pikmin brother, and Preston is friends with Clone Rick, so maybe Johnny is the boss.
Dano?
Right.
Pastaman said his name is Preston now.
No. Failure's
It
name
was
is
literally the most
Preston.
unfortunate.
Nah,
I didn't even have
just
time
telling
to
you what
tell
he said.
it was the ghost of a space rabbit.
calling him.
By the way, does anyone remember the time when we tried
There, I
to
am
all
sick of
go
calling him
through
Clone
the door
Riggy,
at
so
once
from
and
now
got
on I'll just
stuck
call
with
him
each other?
CR.
The picture was epic. 5 people...
Is he wearing Johnny's merch?
on top of each
Okay, I give up. All of these people who I thought were my friends are turning out to... Wait, did you hear that?
Hear what?
I thought I... Never mind. Anyway, Johnny is apparently streaming today to investigate who the boss is. You can bet I'll be there watching every second of it.
Yeah, we'll see if Waffle Man really is innocent or not.
Honestly, I want to trust him, but I'm just left wondering...
fastest way to move around the ship. I thought she was seriously considering a career as a space plumber.
Oh yeah, and there was that time when someone activated the automatic doors, and every time someone tried to pass through, they closed halfway. It was a real door dance.
Another vote, no deaths. They write in the chat that it's Brown. Let's vote for him. Well, when Agatha accidentally pressed the oxygen emergency reset button and then laughed, saying she didn't notice, I guess a good sense of humor can save you from suspicion.
Oops. And that moment when we all ended up in one room and nobody could find a way out, I started sounding the alarm, and it turned out the door was just around the corner. We stood there like a flock of sheep.
That's it. We vote for Brown. Space is so kind, but most likely it hides nature.
Boom, another
What?
video
Everyone
done.
voted for the player with
Johnny,
the nickname
you've
Red.
earned yourself a
Wow,
pee break.
very strange behavior.
Have a nice flight, little bird, but I thought we were wrong after all.
It's fine.
Yes, it is. Still, it's Brown, I think.
Don't forget.
Hey, boss, I'm in Razor's place. Where should I... Huh? What's this? Hold on, I'll call you back, sir. This merchandise is abnormally fire. I am confiscating this in the name of the boss.
I accidentally pressed the alarm button instead of the door open button, and we all ran to the security chair, thinking something happened. That was quite
break.
ridiculous.
That's right. Probably we are masters of creating funny situations in Among
It's
Us.
fine.
Who would have thought that such a simple cosmic journey would turn into such a comedic adventure?
Hey, boss, I'm in Razor's place. Where should I... Huh? What's this? Hold on, I'll call you back, sir. This
That's the essence of cosmic adventures.
Speaking of interesting moments, did you know that the layout of the Among Us spaceship is based on a real spacecraft design? The developers took inspiration from actual space models.
Johnny Razor evil?
That's fascinating.
Okay, so-
No wonder the corridors and rooms have that realistic feel. I always thought it was just a clever thing. Just watch this.
It's Brown. It's Brown. I've known about it for a long time, and here is a direct proof of this.
Let's hope that the team will believe us and we will win. But do not rule out an accident. Suddenly, he also just came up and did not have time to press the button.
And here's a fun fact. The original concept, except for Among Us, was inspired by party games like Mafia and Werewolf. It's amazing how they transformed those ideas into a space-themed multiplayer game.
Wow, I had no idea. No wonder the game has such a unique blend of strategy and social deduction. Those party games really laid the foundation for something great.
I never noticed that. It's those little details that make the game even more enjoyable. What about the map names? Any interesting facts there?
Absolutely. The maps are named after Henry Stickmin, another game developed by the same team. It's like a subtle nod to their other creations within the Among Us universe.
That's it. Brown is being kicked out. Victory is ours. That it can't be. It's either an accident or he's in cahoots with imposter.
I heard that now in Among Us an imposter can turn into other players. Maybe the real traitor turned Brown? Okay, let's keep playing.
And did you know that Among Us experienced a surge in popularity thanks to content creators and streamers? It's amazing how the gaming community can influence the success of a game.
True, the rise of Among Us as a social phenomenon is truly remarkable. It just goes to show the power of online communities in shaping the gaming landscape.
I read somewhere that the emergency meeting sound in the game is actually a slowed down version of a horn from the Henry Stickmin collection. It's cool how they incorporate elements from their other projects.
That's a neat detail. It's like a hidden connection between their different games. Anything else surprising you've discovered about Among Us?
Well, did you guys know that the developers initially struggled to find success with Among Us? It wasn't until a couple of years after its release that it gained widespread popularity.
Really? It's hard to believe considering how ubiquitous the game is now. It just shows that perseverance and word of mouth can turn a hidden gem into a gaming sensation.
So you got caught, killed right in front of my eyes. He's not even ashamed of it.
If Blue didn't think he was killed, that would be a problem. We still need to convince. The truth must prevail.
Absolutely, and it's inspiring to see how a small indie game can capture the hearts of millions. Among Us is a testament to the creativity and passion of independent game developers.
And did you know that the color of your character in Among Us can actually influence how others perceive you in the game? There have been studies showing that players tend to trust or suspect certain colors more.
That's intriguing. I always thought it was just a visual choice, but if it affects trust dynamics, that adds a whole new layer to the strategy.
Yes, we managed to turn this vote around. Now we will definitely win. Good job, friends.
Have a nice flight. Don't come back to us again. We remember you.
Excellent and well-coordinated work. All well done. Shall we play another game?
I'm all for it. Good idea.
We have a new match starting. We dropped crewmate again. It's interesting there that even in games where there are two imposters, we are still unlucky. Okay, I hope we will succeed in the next episode.
Speaking of strategy, did you guys realize that the tasks given to crewmates are designed to take a specific amount of time? It adds a balance to the game and gives imposters a window of opportunity.
No kidding. I always wondered why some tasks felt longer than others. It makes sense now that they're strategically designed.
And get this, the emergency cooldown time was initially set to 30 seconds in the early versions of the game. They later adjusted it to 15 seconds after realizing that it made the game more fast-paced and dynamic.
It's fascinating how tweaking such small details can have a significant impact on the overall gameplay experience.
Here's a fun fact. The iconic emergency meeting sound in Among Us was created by the game's developer, Forrest Willard, using only his mouth. It became one of the most recognizable sounds in the game. And lastly, a life hack for everyone. Don't be afraid to accuse if you have suspicions. It's better to discuss with the team than silently trust. It can save the crew.
Wait, they want to kick us out. We didn't even see anyone. Someone has slandered us. How could they?
Apparently nothing will help us anymore. If the team is silent, it will silently choose the one who was slandered. We're just ordinary players. There's nothing we can do.
Yes, apparently it's our turn to fly in space. The main thing is to know that we are innocent. The rest is not important.
Come on, don't pull.
The
Throw us
YouTube
out
app is
faster.
your
I can't wait
go-to
any
destination
longer. We
for
already have
creating
zero
from your
chances.
phone.
We won't even
You
prove
can
it.
upload videos, create
such a
shorts,
betrayal,
go
I don't
live,
really want them to
or
win,
post to your
but of course
community
it would be
all
good.
in one place.
After all, we were
When
in
you
the
tap the
crew team.
create icon
Yes,
in
but
the
do
bottom
not
of
hold
the
a grudge
YouTube app,
against others.
you'll
They
see
just listened
all
to one
these
guy
different
who just
options.
wanted to kick
You
someone
can swipe
out.
through them
We're
to
in Among
create
Us.
in the
It's part of the
format
game.
you want.
Yes, the
Let's walk
majority
through
voted
each
for it.
one.
It's time to leave this shit with
Video
your head held
lets
high.
you
Go
upload
ahead,
an
don't be
existing
shy.
video from
Friends,
your phone.
do not forget to
Once
like
you've
and
selected your
subscribe to the
video,
channel. This
you'll
is
be able
very
to add
important for us.
details
If
like the video thumbnail,
wasn't for
title,
you,
and
we wouldn't be
description.
making videos
You can
at
also
all.
change the
Your
video's
support helps us
visibility, add a location, or add the video to a
make
playlist.
content for you.
Tap
Also,
next
write in the
and select
comments
your
what game we
video's
should play
audience
next.
settings, whether it's specifically made for kids or not, before uploading your video.
And write down if you want
Shorts
the
let
next
you
part.
capture
Also
and
write in the
edit
comments
shorts
what
directly
game
from your phone, or
play next.
upload existing
Write
ones
down
from your
the
phone's
next
gallery,
part.
or
Hello,
pick up
dear
where you
friends.
left off with drafts.
Today, as always, we
You
will
can
play
change
Among
the
Us.
duration
As
of your
always,
short
don't
to be
forget to
up
like
to
this
60
video and
seconds,
subscribe to the
and
channel.
you can choose
Really
to add sound. The Shorts creation tools also let you add effects, adjust recording speed,
Today I
record
start
with a
playing
timer,
first.
green
As always, I'm
screen,
unlucky,
trim
so
your
I'll have
clip,
to
and more. When
play
you
for
hit
crewmate.
next,
The
you
fact
can
that you
also
are
add
unlucky
text,
is a fact. But
voiceover,
let's not forget
and
that we are
filters.
all like that here.
Once you're
By the way,
satisfied
have
with
you
your
noticed that
short,
we have
tap
never met an
next.
imposter yet?
As a final step, you can add a title, choose a thumbnail, and select the visibility
The
and
game
whether
knows
it's
in
made for
advance
kids
that
or
we will cut
not
everyone.
before you
But I'm not
upload
sure
your
about
short.
Ragatha. Okay, maybe one of us will get lucky today.
Why couldn't I kill everyone? Do you doubt me? Then you should challenge me to a knife duel one-on-one.
Don't get mad, or you'll cut yourself with your long
Having
tongue.
at least 50 subscribers and complete a one-time verification for your channel if you haven't already.
Everything will be
You
fine.
can do this
By
from
the
the
way,
app
you've
when you
noticed
first try to
something.
go live, or you can go to youtube.com/verify.
Why is our team letting
Note
us
that
down
this
so much and doesn't
verification
want to
is
win?
different from a
Because
verification
they
badge.
idiots into the team. This is a standard situation. When they are killed, they do not complete the tasks, so the game is lost.
Someone pressed a button. Are there any options? So far, 0 deaths. Let's see what one of the players wants to tell us.
Nobody knows anything. Everything is clear. Messed up the game.
By the way, do you remember the moment when I accidentally threw someone off the ship during the voting?
Are you serious? How could this happen?
Well, that was my mistake. I wanted to vote for someone, but at the last moment I changed my mind and my finger missed. As a result, the one I wanted to vote for flew into space.
That's just awesome. Such an unexpected downside of voting. This is your worst story ever, buddy.
Okay, I've seen too many times someone cursing me in a chat when I turn out to be imposter. But I remember one time when we all thought that Ragatha was an imposter, and she just laughed into the microphone.
It was incredibly funny. I was just trying to explain that I had a task to laugh, and the sound from the microphone made it even funnier.
It is best when someone tries to justify himself, and we are all already sure that he is an imposter. I remember Jax unfolding a whole story about how he got lost in the corridors and accidentally killed someone.
I didn't expect you to believe my made-up story so easily, but apparently lying is my middle name.
Oh no! We were kicked off the server for no reason. There may be some problems with the servers. Let's start a new game.
They won't let me play for imposter today, and I wanted it very much. But what can I do?
You can do anything. Better play for crewmate before I take away your keyboard and mouse.
And I remember the moment when someone accidentally raised his hand to say that he was imposter, without even understanding the question. It was something incredible.
Oh yes, such moments really add a drop of chaos to the game. I remember one time I went into a room and there everyone was standing and silent. No one is moving. I thought that my game was lagging, but it turned out that everyone decided to just stand and wait to create incredible tension.
It can't be! And then what happened?
Well, when I was already sure that I was caught, I decided to pretend that I was frozen too. As a result, we had a whole scene of statues among us.
Very original. I remember the moment when someone started playing guitar during a meeting. Everyone just started to gather around and listen, forgetting about the vote.
It's like a real friendly meeting. I sometimes forget that we are playing an online multiplayer game, and not just discussing some events in real life.
Stop making up your own stories. I don't believe you for a long time. Do you even realize what you are telling here? Better let's focus on the vote. There are 2 different.
We saw one in the hallway, but I do not know what it is called. Therefore, I will say that in electrics. What difference does it make if no one can check?
Let's skip this vote if we don't have a single system. Do you remember the time when Agatha never figured out how to use cameras and constantly ran around them, hoping that it would somehow help her figure out imposter?
Oh, don't tease me here. I was just trying to figure out how it works. And how did you learn all these mechanics so quickly?
Yes, we are just secret agents trained in the school among us. They didn't give you an invitation?
Instructions are for weaklings. We just intuitively decide who is imposter.
Yeah, of intuition. So every time one of you turns out to be an imposter, you silently sneak up on me until I become your victim.
But it's so exciting. You can't miss the chance to show how good an imposter you are, right?
I remember how you tried to deceive me by pretending that you were a beginner and didn't know how to do tasks. While you were asking your sinister plan, we have already explained.